Check this out, guys. Wanted to do a quick video on trimming and maintaining your trees. You can see I trimmed did some trimming. I've been doing a little bit of trimming the last few months, and you can tell here, for example, this is my Lula avocado, which is probably like at 18 feet. Now, the tall little limb here that grew out of there, but I might end up cutting that one off again. It's probably like 12 feet, but the other ones that were really big, I probably cut off, probably 10 feet off. It's because now, and that one now is like, at 8 feet or something like that. But what I wanted to do was see these new shoots that are coming from the bottom. See? So I'm trying to get my trees. See, I have some of the trees over there, you can see, that are tall. And what I do is, I cut them back. I let them grow a few years, and then eventually I cut them back. Like this Sapodia tree right here. You can see I cut the middle, and it's probably, I would say, about 14 feet tall, 12 to 14 feet tall. But I'll go and cut the middle, and you can see it's got a lot of fruit. And then keep it that way. If you have a home orchard where I keep my trees, like intensive, farming method, and they're pretty close, some of them, you have to play with the way everything kind of, the way one tree works with the next one. You have to keep them not so tall. You have to trim them every so often, and you have to do some maintenance trimming every year, pretty much. See the avocado tree right here, the choquette. I took the top. Now it's sprouting sideways, which is what I want, and not any taller than that. Now I did let the bottom, I didn't let it grow all the way from the bottom. I let it get up a little higher so it wouldn't obstruct my view here in the yard, since it is my house. And then once it got over like the roof here of the shed, then I let it grow, and it's got like 6 feet of area there, and it can spread all over the place, and it's giving me a lot of avocados. I trim the top every so often. You can see it's still got an avocado back there. But the way to do it is like that. You got to, maintain it. Also, if you're going to prune, be careful. Pruning is not something that you should do unless you know what you're doing, because you have cables, power cables and so forth, but you also have where, those limbs, even a small limb coming down hits you in the head. It's happened to me. I've learned through the years, through trial and error, how to cut them so they can land a certain way. They can, but a bigger limb like this that I cut, that weighs a lot, okay? And when that's coming down with force, if it hits you, that could be even life-threatening. You don't want that. You want to make sure you know what you're doing. That's why it's easier to keep them small. It's a lot easier to trim them when they're small, and it's a lot easier to get the fruit when they're, when it's shorter to the ground. Like I said, I do play with the way I leave them so that I can mix them into my landscape and into the house. But like I said, this is the effect that I'm going for now is I don't want to let them get too tall anymore. I would control it obviously to a certain height. I wouldn't let it get like you have this tree back here that's like 40, 50 feet high. I wouldn't let the tree get like that. But that's a Mamoncillo tree. But I want it shorter even than the way I was keeping it, like here. So I'm trying to get them to start coming from the bottom a little more. I'll take a hit a year or two before they can produce again, and I want to control the tops, let them spread out a little bit, and control the top, because it's just it's harder to cut. When they get tall, it's more dangerous. It's harder to trim them, and as you get older, you don't want to deal with it so much. Even if you're younger, it's still a lot more work. So I want to shape them in that way. It's a home orchard, so you know, they're closer together. It doesn't matter if they don't give me like 500 fruit. It's like I'm okay if they give me, you know, 10 or 15. It's fine. I have multiple trees, that way I can have more varieties, and at the same time it's a lot easier for me to control. I still enjoy the beauty of them, and I still get food from them, you know. Like here you can see all the nísperos or sapodillos that I have on the tree right there, you know. So I get production out of my trees, and just not as much maybe as I would if I let them grow all out. But like I said, there's a lot of maintenance involved with that. And in the home orchard, I would probably be able to have one tree back here instead of, you know, having like six or seven trees that I have. So also, if you let it get too tall, the fruit falls. You know, you can't even get it. It's hard to get. Even down here for hurricanes too, you don't want to keep them that tall anyway. Even in the actual places where they grow, you know, the orchards and all that are commercial, they don't let them get so tall. They keep them at 16 feet or something like that, because you have hurricanes and things to deal with as well. Now let me see if I can show you here with my mango. See, I took the top off of that mango, the Kent, so now it'll stay a little taller. I did the same thing with the Glen. I don't know if you remember, you see some of my older videos, the Glen was up there like 20 feet tall. And look, I left it now at about 9 feet, and it's starting to shoot out already with new ones. But now it'll spread out. It'll, you know, go up 2 or 3 feet. I'll leave it at that, and then I'll trim anything that grows beyond that point higher. And I can control it a lot better like that. Also, by keeping them that size, you allow more sun to reach the other ones as well, and that'll work. You can see here I still have to trim this one. This is my white mango, and this is my yellow mango that I did trim already. And that one, you can tell, it's a lot shorter. But these two, even small, they give me. I mean, I get 500. Oh, we see a little bee right there. I get 500, you know, mangoes off of that tree. Even, smaller than that, I get 500 mangoes off of it. It's unreal, these two, how much fruit they give me. So at a small size, they're really great. You can see right here, look at all the new leaves on my mamey. See, I got mameys up there. See how healthy it looks? It looks great. You can tell. You can see all the little mameys right there. See, I trimmed my Spanish lime mamosí, just like the tree next door. I trimmed this one too, and let it grow a lot smaller from underneath. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how you can do this, how you can get a lot of fruit for your home orchard. This is not for everybody. I mean, I know commercially they don't do it like this, but if you have to grow a lot, you want to grow a lot more different types of fruit trees and fit them into your home orchard, be able to not have to do so much maintenance, you know, with tall trees and all that. And for the reasons I kind of said, you know, then it's better just to keep them small. Don't let them get beyond a certain height. And if you do get them to get beyond a certain height, if you want to get a little bit more production, like I do some years, then, you know, after a few years of doing that, then just cut them back and then let them grow again. And a few years later, you know, you do the same thing again. But it's probably easier just to keep them at a certain height, not really let them get too much beyond that. Let them spread out, and then do some maintenance pruning. And that's the way that you can, you know, have a lot of trees in your home orchard and you know, maintain them in the easiest way possible. You'll still get a lot of production, because I've done it for a lot of years. You know, this tree right here is like 25 years old. So, you know, it is definitely doable. It's something you can definitely do for your home orchard. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. God bless.